You've already seen many of the formatting features that you can do in Power BI, but today I'm going to show you two of the most commonly used ones. The first being able to change the color of your data points in your charts, and the other is being able to add borders to your charts. So whenever you have a chart selected and you have a legend with a couple different options, you can go into the formatting pane and you'll see an option called Data Colors. And from here, you can pick whatever color you want to show for any of your items in your legend. So I can go ahead and change mix to be purple and rural to be yellow. I can also go in and I can set a custom color, and I can either choose one from the color picker we have here, or I can go in and I can choose to enter in a color code instead. And then this gives me full control over what colors I use, and this is really good if I have very specific colors that I need to use for my company. Like if in my company the mixed category is always purple, I can make sure that in my charts it also is always purple. Another option you have when you're trying to color your charts is that you can choose to color it based off of a measure as well. So if I go in here into my field list and I pick out units, I can choose to color the bars based off of how many units were sold. So I can drag in that to this color saturation bucket. And by default, it colors it from darkest to lightest, and I can see that moderation, it looks like it was the most sold in terms of units. I can also go into the formatting pane and tweak the way that looks as well. It's also under data colors. I can choose to set the minimum color to something like red, leave my maximum to green. I can also turn on diverging here and set what I want the center color to be as well. So I can set that to yellow. And now I have a nice red to green color palette here that will help me see that the green ones are the ones that are sold the most units, whereas the red ones have not sold that many units. I can also, as I said earlier, I can choose to add a border to my charts. And so that's on the border formatting pivot here. I can turn a border on, and by default, it sets it as a black border, but I can go in and I can change that color to be any color I want that would match the theme of my report. And I can do this to every chart that we have in Power BI. I can go ahead and add a border to each of them. This is really good also if you're trying to line up your charts. The borders make it have like a nice streamlined view of your charts whenever you add them to all of the charts within your report. So with these two formatting features, it's really easy for me to make my charts look beautiful and easy to understand, and also match any kind of corporate theme that I might have within my company.